What's good, y'all? Welcome back to Chit Chat. I am your host, Fatima B, and I have my homegirl and co-host here with me, Tasha.
Hey, y'all.
So today on Chit Chat, we decided since we've been gone for a while, I don't think we've recorded like in a couple of months, right?
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. So we want to do something fun just to kind of soften up the vibe. All right, so first we're going to start with the game where I have 5 questions, Tasha has 5 questions, and we have not seen each other's questions.
Don't know.
And we're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, and you have to answer the questions.
Now, look. Might want to put the kids in the bed.
Oh.
Maybe.
See?
Maybe.
Unless you know what people mind at. All your questions nasty? Yeah. See, all her questions nasty. All my questions are like real life.
Life is real nasty. I don't get what we're saying. But okay.
Okay, so we're gonna figure out a name for this game because we don't have a name for it yet. But we're gonna get started with 10 questions. Here we go.
Let's go. Now, do you want to rock, paper, scissors to see who go first?
No, you go first.
Okay. All right. I got scenarios. So, small scenarios. So, let's say you meet 2 people at the same time and they both become your friend, a guy and a girl.
Okay.
So, they are now your mutual friends. And
Were they friends at first?
No.
Okay.
And then they become a couple. Maybe they met at your party.
Okay.
And you've met them around the same time. One in 2017 in the beginning, one in 2017 at the end.
Okay.
And you're having a party, and you invite this friend, and you invite this friend.
Okay.
They both start dating.
I didn't know we was doing all this. Okay.
They start dating, okay?
Okay.
If one of them cheat and you find out about it, do you tell the other? Both of them are your friend.
No.
Why?
The reason why, but I would tell the one who cheated, I know you cheated. I found out you cheated. You either need to stop cheating, or you need to come clean and break up with my homeboy or my homegirl, or they might be 2 of my homeboys, 2 of my home. Either way, the cheater needs to let the person know they cheated on. Now, if they say, well, you know, what he or she don't know won't hurt them, and you know, you my friend too, and all this other stuff. I think I would have to be like, well, look, until you get this together, like, I'm going to have to back off our friendship a little bit.
Okay, but you're backing off, let's just say it's him. You're backing off his friendship, but are you still going to be friends with the girl, or are you going to just kick both of them out?
No, when I say back off our friendship, like, how did I see you? Because, see,
you're in the club, he's making out with someone.
When you are homeboy's homegirl, you find yourself in situations that other females may not. Meaning, like, I'm cool, so you might feel like it's cool to bring your side chick to my house.
No, you're at the club or you're at dinner and you see them and he's feeding her strawberries at the restaurant.
I'm going to have to make it clear. Hey, Ron! Who this?
Nah, hey, Ron, who this?
Who this, Ron? How you doing, girl? My name's such and such. Me and Ron been friends forever. Me, Ron, and Sheila. Matter of fact, Ron, where's Sheila? That's why I'm going to have to say Ron. So you just better off not getting caught. Now, in my 20s and 30s, I ain't gonna lie, I was a homeboy's homegirl.
Yeah.
I would have been like, and then probably would have texted him like, I see you.
But you care for both of these people. They're both
Yeah, but I also have shared with a friend that, not that I knew, but there was some evidence pointing to their significant other trying to cheat.
Okay.
Not that I seen it, but they was doing something that if someone else saw it, it'd be like, oh, you trying to catch something. And one time it happened, the person kind of got an attitude with me and stopped talking to me. Me and her used to work together at this place called Cox. And kind of stopped talking to me, but it won't like not talking to me forever. But you know when somebody start acting funny and the vibe different and all this stuff because they want to stay with the person and then you know they did something. So yeah. That's an awkward situation, yeah. Okay, so my question. So y'all, I don't have no long, deep down scenarios like Tasha because my brain don't work like that. So here's my question. You met this guy. You really into him. As a matter of fact, yeah, okay, I can say your current boo because then he might be like, oh, you really did it? So I'm just going to say this guy. Okay, you met this guy. You really into him. Y'all been kicking it for a little while. And tonight is the night where y'all ready to get intimate.
Okay.
Okay. So you put your little sexy outfit on and stuff. You come out and everything. And when you come out, he got whipped cream on his toes.
First of all, okay.
And he's like, I know I have, that we've talked and I haven't shared all my fetishes with you, but anytime I have sex, I don't care about head, because that ain't your thing.
It's not.
I don't care about head, but I have to get my toes licked.
Then it's time for me to lick my ex with you guys. I can't do it.
Girl, I cannot either. I hate feet.
I ain't, look, no. I ain't got much to say. No.
Even if you really,
No.
Well off, nice house.
You hear me? Y'all, she got me right there. No.
Him not kicking off that split ass.
No, I don't.
He got fat feet too.
That didn't make it no better. First of all, I be having these conversations before we even get down to the nitty gritty. Tell me some stuff. You know what I'm saying?
So, even if it feeds into your princess fantasy.
No, because you deceived me. So now, not only is you a freak liar. I'm not doing that. No. Because you should have kept it G. You should have been standing on business and telling what it was from the beginning. Because I'm gonna tell you what it is.
Yeah.
So now, all right. So you're single.
Okay.
And you got a couple dollars. You got some money or whatever. But your friend, her family are very well off.
Okay.
Her dad says, if you could show him your boobs, he'll give you a couple $100. You doing it?
A couple hundred?
Mm-hmm.
That's it? They well off?
Just showing titties.
My titties, a couple hundred, and they well off, and I'm doing good too.
I mean, you doing all right, but who don't want extra money? Right now, we both doing okay.
But all you gonna give me is a couple hundred for my titties?
You got 2 titties, 200.
That's it? Oh no! See, this is where I'll be like, you know what? Is the daddy married still?
I ain't got there.
Okay, so if I'm single and the daddy married still, and it's my best friend daddy, and they well off, and he would like to see my boobs, then I'm gonna make sure I save those text messages, because you might pay 1, 2 for the C, but you're gonna pay 3, 4, 5, 6 for the black bill. You're not just seeing my 2 titties for 200.
Look, these some real answers. These some real answers, because look, times is hard out here, and we got a couple dollars, but let me tell you.
Somebody daddy. Most daddies look like daddies. Most daddies don't look like daddies.
I don't know, daddies be fine sometimes.
Some daddies look like daddies, but some daddies look like daddies.
I don't want that one. I don't want that one. They look like daddies.
Would you? You said 1, 2. No, you gotta do more than that for my titties. See, that's what they say when they say coochie and booty ain't selling no more. Cause I need more than that. Especially you, my friend Daddy. What if you gonna tell somebody? Yeah,
He's not gonna tell.
I need to blackmail you.
He is not gonna tell.
If you do 1, 2 for some titties, what'd you do for some butt cheeks?
That's a question to ask later.
Not to touch them, just
to see.
1, 2. Yeah. Okay. Now here's next. Okay.
All right.
Here is a would you rather question.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Here we go. Tosh, would you rather drink a cup of hot sauce or twerk on your new boo's mama?
Come here, mama.
Yeah, you can't tell them you about to do it. You just gotta get up at a family event.
Oh no! See, in my mind, I'm thinking we're at a party. And we're just dancing, and then I just come up beside her.
No, you at a family event, everybody's sitting down eating and stuff, and you gotta get up.
Do I love my boo?
Yeah.
Because if I care about the relationship, I gotta drink the damn hot sauce.
But if you care about the relationship, it depends on the personality of his mama. Because some mamas be like,
but
hey.
you're like we're sitting down.
You eating dinner, so it has to be something that you embarrassing yourself.
No,
you rather drink the hot sauce.
I'll drink the hot sauce. Because I really care about public perception. Like, I like to be viewed out here a certain type of way. So, no, I can't be, like, making a donkey out myself. Not going to happen.
Yeah, you're right. It's different if y'all dancing, but y'all just sitting there chilling.
I was dancing because not too long ago, I was somewhere with my boyfriend and his family, his mom and stuff, and she was out there dancing. I don't know what she was doing exactly. She was doing it though. Okay?
She was doing what her age required.
She was doing it, and then she was looking over at me, and I was just like, "All right, girl." I ain't get out there with her though. But if I would have got out there, I might would have
backed up on a little bit, just a little bit.
So, Have you ever had a crush on your friend's boyfriend? Now, wait. Crushes don't mean like you're just attracted to the way they look. Maybe you're attracted to the way he treat her, or the way he, well, it's the same thing, but I say the way he cater to her, how he take care of her. Or it could be the looks. You can be very honest. I would be very honest.
I'm going to be very honest. No, I have never ever been attracted to a friend's man. I have been, I wouldn't call it attraction, maybe a little jealous, like, oh, you know, at the time,
but
I might have been having somebody
to
that
then. Attracted to that. Not, that's what I'm saying, like, not necessarily like the look, but maybe the quality.
But attracted to me feels like if they weren't together no more, you might see what's up with it because you was attracted to something. So, like, none of it made me feel like I wish I could be with him. It just made me feel like, man, I wish I had a man that did the same type of things. But I have been attracted to a boyfriend's roommate. Ooh, that thing was fine, honey. I never forget, I was like 21 years old. I was dating this dude named Melvin. Melvin was a dog. And Melvin lived with these two other people. And this one guy, girl, when I said he was so fat, I couldn't stop looking at him. Like, when I used to go over there to visit Melvin, we used to sit on the couch and he would walk back, I would be like...
Same.
When I say he was fat, he was fine. He was fine and cool. One of the people like, what's up, girl? Always laughing, joking. And the kind of sound when you be like, are you laughing, joking? Or you trying to see what's up? This don't work out.
Dang.
Like, he was fine. So, he was a super dog. And so, had the situation presented itself because I was young. I might have made the stupid decision and, you know, knocked the rocks with the friend.
Knock the rocks.
But he was fine.
Look, I was talking to this one guy, and I had met him, and he was with like two guys. So me and one of my girlfriends, we had hung out with them, whatever. So, you know, I would go over there, but not the one that my friend was talking to. There was this other one, and we was in the front room. And the shower was over there, and he came out the shower. Whatever, he was still a little damp. You know, I didn't know if he needed me to come towel dry him or something. And then he had guys be doing like this pump fake, like they're shooting, and he had jumped up.
Oh no, he
had sweatpants on. That's all he had on. That thing was stinking. I was just like, yeah. And it was a long thing too. It was just like,
and who was he?
Who was he?
Who was he? He was the guy you were talking to.
Friend? A guy I was talking to. It was his roommate. It was his roommate. Okay. But that was it. I just looked at him. Yeah. Because I preferred who I was talking to because he was like on my level. But that other one, that thing was stinking.
Yeah. Whew. Okay. So my girl. Let's see. Next question. Okay.
Alright.
Now, y'all gotta understand that this question right here really is gonna dig deep into Tasha.
But I ain't that deep. I'm a little shallow. Let's not get it twisted, you guys. I'm a little shallow.
Yeah, so we're gonna get Tasha to dig a little deep, you know, even though she is very surface.
I'm kind of scared, you guys.
Would you rather?
Okay.
Marry a rich man?
Yes. End of discussion. I'll just hear you out though, just for the sake of the argument. Go ahead.
Would you rather marry a rich man?
Yes. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
With one eyeball in the middle of his head.
You
don't have the other two. Just
that's okay.
One eyeball.
Cyclops.
Or a rich man with two eyeballs in the back of his head.
No, in the front. What you watching me for? The hell? What you watching me for? No, I'm married both of them, and guess what? They won't even know it because you can't see what's coming and you can't see what's going. The fuck?
You be double rich.
Y'all, that one ain't no good question. I'm gonna marry both of them.
The key word is rich.
That's it. Would you rather a rich man? Rich.
But then you run the risk of...
No, I don't run no risk. We ain't having no kids or anything.
Then how you gonna tell that man he can't have kids?
It's not who's this?
You still get out in childbearing years.
Did you hear what I said?
He might want one. So you gonna get him one?
We can adopt a child.
Why wouldn't you get him one?
It don't work. The same way your other ass ain't what they supposed to be. Mice don't work. Sorry, bud.
Okay, you're good.
All right. So, what's the worst piece of advice you've ever given a friend? Or the worst thing you've ever said to a friend?
Well, I have a piece of advice. So, my cousin Nikki, who I absolutely love, me and her are very, very close, and we care a lot about the other person's opinion about things.
Okay.
And so we were younger. She was dating this guy, and I'm not gonna say his name. They lived together. I feel like they lived together. Everything. He was really great to her son. And she kept saying, like, she set the stage. That's why I keep telling her. She blamed me, but she set the stage by saying, he treats me so good. He's so good to me, but he's not attractive. He's not attractive. Over and over again. He's not attractive. Once again, I was like 24, 25, so still young, childish. So when I seen him, I was already prepared for somebody that was unattractive based on what she was saying. But when I seen him, I was like, oh my God, he looks like a penis. He had a bald black head with a whole bunch of ripples in the back of it. He had big lips.
Oh.
And big teeth. And he wore these really thick glasses. And I feel like he was from up north. I feel like he had some kind of northern accent. I don't know. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, and then she said, I don't even remember saying this, but which is so mean because I'm not, well, I'm cute, but I shouldn't be talking about that.
She is cute.
I said, he is the ugliest person I ever seen in my life.
And that led them to break up.
And she said that wasn't the main reason, but part of it, I guess she couldn't see past what I said. And she ended up breaking up with him for whatever other reason. And he was a really great guy. And it's somebody that she felt like she passed up on in life.
Dang.
And every now and then we talk about it. Every time we talk about it, I feel so bad. And then I gave her, oh my gosh. The next thing I did to her, somebody you love, right? So it was one thing. Then the next thing I did wasn't advice or saying something like that, but we were going out somewhere and I was rushing, and so I didn't have time to stop in the store and get her some tights. So I lied and told her they didn't have them her size, so she would get up and go out the house and go get them herself. And she ran into her baby daddy with her ex-boyfriend, and they started back talking, and she ended up getting pregnant by him, and then he ended up doing her very dirty and wrong.
So it was your fault?
And she said she would have never ran into him because she hadn't seen him in years. She would have never ran into him. It was both of me. And then she ended up having 2 kids. Now,
look at what people do.
The first one might have been my fault, but the second one was not. I mean, at some point you got to stand up for your choices. So, those are 2 bad things that I hate happen to someone that I really love.
Okay.
What about you?
Okay. I was associates with this young lady, and she had a really nice guy also, right? But she would treat him bad. Like, she would treat him really bad. And I was just like, why do you treat him like that? I was like, you're not even all of that. Like, she really needed...
You said that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, you're not even all that. You're just an average looking girl. You know what I'm saying? I be feeling like...
You felt like that was bad advice?
I felt like I could have found better ways to say what I had to say.
But you felt
like, that's why I was like, advice or comment. Because I felt like, in hindsight, when I think about it, like, maybe you could have found a different way to say that. But truthfully, like, she was just an okay looking girl.
Did it hurt her feelings?
It did.
Did you start treating him better?
She did not.
Okay, well then, clearly the bitch.
They're actually divorced now. They was actually married.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She was really bad, Tam.
That's really bad. Yeah, that's horrible. Okay, my go. How many times have you passed gas around your boo?
Oh, I don't do that around him. I don't pass gas in the same room with him.
So what you do? If you lay in the bed and you warm and it's nighttime,
I hold it.
Really?
Yes.
Let me tell y'all what I do. I don't hold it, okay, because I don't want to die inside.
I hold it.
And it's so crazy. I used to hold it around everybody because what woman don't, right? You hold it around every man. And I got with my husband. I think I just got too comfortable, really too comfortable. Like, I put my butt on his back and fart.
Where is yours, Maybelline? This sounds like an episode of Divorce Court because ain't not in their way.
And he'd be like, oh my God, D, I hate you. You'll get off me. And I don't do that so often. But
that is freaking disgusting.
I can't say sometimes now because, you still want to appear sexy and stuff. My husband's like, babe, you need to just stop, please. That shit, that's sexy. So now if I wake up in the middle of the night and I have to pass gas, or my mama got to pass gas and he not paying attention, I'll turn my butt cheek away from him and open my butt crack. So all you hear is like somebody let the air out of a tire.
So look, y'all. I just want to say, first of all, the question that she asked me like 2 questions ago or something, she was like, "We about to deep dive into Tasha." No, we're really deep diving and learning a lot about Fatima here. No,
so you just let your stomach bubble and gobble?
Yeah, they're gonna get up. They're gonna leave, and then I'm gonna let it all out there. And I know right now I'm in a new relationship or whatever, but even with my old relationships, no way. Matter of
fact, you not pass gas round.
No.
Jay?
Wow. No. As a matter of fact, when I was with the guy I'm with right now, I had used the bathroom downstairs, right? And I was having a hard time flushing. And so I came out and I was like, "Is it a trick? Because it's not going down." And he was like, "I can come fix it." And I was just like, No.
I got it.
I'll do it. Because I still want them I want them forever to see me as like
sexy, petite.
Yeah, like
now don't get me wrong, I do not number 2. Like we have enough bathrooms that if I got number 2,
girl, what's the damn difference?
I'm getting up in the middle of the night because then I'm bebopping on the toilet. Who want their man to hear?
You bebopping on his back. What the freak is the difference?
But that's playing sometimes.
When I play, I sit on your face or something. I don't play like that. Y'all.
That's playing sometimes, y'all. But I have stopped. Cause my husband's like, "Okay, you're a little too comfortable."
No, man's ain't gonna never tell me I'm too comfortable.
But as far as just breaking wind, just it's so crazy. Like the dude, when I do it to be funny, I'll do it. But other than that, just a natural moment.
I got knock jokes on the flat. If I'm trying to be funny, baby, I got knock jokes for you. We can do some rock, paper, scissors, or rock. No. We can play Miss Mary Matt. What you want to do, but that ain't it.
But if it's natural and I just don't want him to know.
You just gone, No, let's move on because she messed me up.
Let's do next.
She messed me up. Okay, so, would you date a friend's ex if you were single?
No, because I feel like because this is how I feel. If you date my ex, then you were already looking at him when we was together. And I'm not saying that you're not gonna. Most of my friends, thankfully, we all got different tastes. Like, I don't have a friend who I've seen their man and thought to myself, like, damn. I don't have any of those. Yeah, I know. But yeah, no. Because that's how I feel like, all these men in the world. But see, I ain't never been a type either, like, where I was lonely and just needed look. I feel like when you fall into situations like that where you can't find nobody else but your ex-friend or your friend man or something like that, you must be having a really lonely down moment and you feel like fuck it.
Well, call me lonely and down, baby.
Let's do tell trick.
Well, first of all,
do tell Scarlet letter A.
Whatever. I read lipstick. I really do. So first, you didn't ask a question which I would have asked, which was how long ago have they been exes?
I don't give a damn.
But see, I do care. And I'm going to show you a picture, right?
Oh,
and
this dirty.
Maybe. You can call it what you want to call it.
Tasha,
you call it
dirty. Hide your husband, hide your wives.
And keep them here.
They out here taking everybody. No.
It's this guy, you guys, that, dang, this ain't a good picture, though. It's this guy that was dating my friend when we were in high school. And then they dated a little bit in college. Now, I want you to know I graduated in 2000. And no number after 2000, just 2000. That has been 25 years ago that we graduated high school. They broke up 24, 23 years ago. And as I see him...
Are y'all still friends?
Me and her. This is the girl I told you had moved away. So we're not enemies.
But y'all were at one point best friends almost, right?
We were very close. We were very, very close friends.
And if she saw you walking with him, would she feel some kind of way?
She better not. She got a husband.
What they got to do with that?
Girl, let me show you this.
Let me tell y'all, keep traps like this.
After 23 years and let
me throw a monkey wrench into this.
Yeah.
So what if after 23 years, let's say they've been apart 23 years, but they got a 23-year-old, 24-year-old.
What? They don't have any kids.
Let's say if they did. They still ain't had no relationship, but they do have a kid. Would you do it then?
I don't see why I wouldn't. I don't see the problem.
Okay.
You're trying to tell me if you, and you got to understand, we're friends now, but we were not friends 20 years ago.
Now, let me tell you, I have and everybody's different, but I've always lived on the principle that there are so many men out here in this world.
That
the last person I got to date is somebody who has put their penis inside of someone who I consider a friend. Now, if you say you and that girl ain't talked since 20-something years ago, you ain't seen her, y'all ain't had no conversation.
Right.
Especially for them to date in high school and then into college, it seemed like they were some kind of loves to each other.
I'm sure they did have what we all considered love in the high school.
And so I feel like there's so many men out here. Why would you?
Would it bother you if I dated a man that you dated your senior year at high school?
It would bother me if you dated my boyfriend at elementary school.
You have a problem.
So I'm a different kind of friend.
She has a problem.
We played and made sandcastles, bitch. His mama.
Girl, now I'm about to
some Valentine's Day lollipops.
Y'all made.
Okay, let me tell you a perfect example.
Cakes. We about to slap real cakes.
Let me tell you a perfect example. I have a friend who me and her had just became friends at this point, maybe 6 months, a year into our friendship.
Mm-hmm.
And she was at the gym working out, and she met this guy who was very attractive. He tried to talk to her, and they exchanged numbers. It's probably like a couple days later, they talking on the phone. So then she calls me. And she's like, hey girl, what you up to? I'm like, nothing, blah, blah, blah. And mind you, I don't even think we were friends a year yet. And she was like, you know this guy from Suffolk named da da da. And I was like, yeah, girl, I know him. We used to kick it, blah, 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 blah. She was like, enough said. And she started talking to him. Now she could have easily been like, I don't know you 6 months. He fine. He da 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 da. But her thing was, just like I said, there are so many men out here. I don't have to. There's nothing about me. Had she met him, started dating him, and then met me, it'd been different. But it's nothing about this man that's so grand and great that I gotta forego a friendship that I didn't care. I mean, we would definitely jump off to each other, so it wasn't no relationship.
Right.
But she just felt like this somebody you kicked it with, you slept with, y'all did whatever. I don't have to do that.
Well, 25 years ago is on the table. 5, no, not doing 5 years, but 25 years, like, come on. To me, I'm just being very...
Because I think of it, even at this age, 25 years ago when I was 20, I could have dated somebody, been in love with him, things didn't work out, da da da. Do I want to see him come bouncing back in here with my friend? No. In my house, sitting down, chilling? No.
I mean, if he did you wrong and was abusive and stealing it, you know what I'm saying? But if he was just a good guy and y'all just outgrew each other, I don't see the problem.
Okay. Well...
We're learning stuff about each other. All right, that was my question.
Okay, do I have a final question? Well, let me see.
Let's see what else I got.
Oh, and we forgot to put a disclaimer. Answers to these questions do not change our friendship.
It can't. That's silly.
Would you wax your man's butt cheeks and his crack?
No. Why do you want it waxed? What's wrong?
You would not.
No.
I would wax my man butt cheeks.
I have a question though. Wait. First of all, even though I like a man that's very well put together, don't get me wrong, but I don't date like the metrosexual type of men. Like, it's not my thing.
I would not wax his front area.
But why does he care if his butt is got a little bit of hair on it or not?
He might not care. I don't like hairy butts.
Well, then that's not even.
So I would wax my man. I would wax my man butt cheeks and his butt crack. I actually feel like it would turn me on to wax his butt cheeks and his butt crack. I would do it butt naked, and then he go wash the wax off his crack and his butt cheeks, and then we engage in adult activity. I think it would give me a little.
You guys.
I would love a man with clean butt crack, butt cheeks, but I do not like the waxing in the front. Because then it looks like a vagina with a nose hanging out. And that looks scary to me.
Yeah, I don't really care for guys that will wax in the front area anyway, the front part. You could trim it with some scissors perhaps.
Right. Would it bother you if he went somewhere else and got his butt crack waxed?
Yeah, because why? That ain't back there bothering nobody. Because I ain't going back there anyway. I'm not going to see who's bothering.
Well, baby,
and that money that he spent on that could have been spent
on you.
Somewhere else. So
But I don't know. I just hairy butt cheeks. Just
but why do we know that his butt cheeks are hairy?
You never dated about like my husband will kill me. My husband's butt cheeks are no hair.
Okay.
And no hair on his back, nothing.
Okay.
And then I've dated men who like full bare, hair coming out the shirt, out the back of his shirt.
We talking about butt cracks and shirts. What we talking about?
And it goes all down his butt crack.
I don't care if he got hair on his butt. When my guy be on top of me, you know what I'm saying? I put my hands on his butt.
It don't bother you if it's a hairy butt.
No, I ain't never felt no hair on that man's butt like that.
It bothers me. I'm not used to hairy butts.
Yeah, I'm not even. Look, I know I'm a little shallow, but not like come on your butt cheeks.
like your pockets hairy. You don't care how your butt cheeks.
I need you to understand. And I thought we knew each other.
Okay, y'all. So that is the end of us playing this game of 10 questions.
10 questions.
So you got to know a little bit about me, a little bit about Tasha.
A lot about her because she's crazy. It was 25 years, you guys.
Well, at least you know she don't care if the eyeball is in the front or the back.
I don't. You ain't gonna be watching me. Stop quacking me.
As long as you, as you like to share.
Yeah, I'm about to be with both of y'all. Y'all don't even know it.
But anyway, so we'll be back with another topic, and we'll catch y'all later.
Peace.